I'm your number one fan.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
My mom and dad are gonna be
I see dead people.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, we did it at the same time.
We did.
Oh my gosh. That that took me aback.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to Killer Cuties podcast.
That's us.
It is. Always has been. Always will be.
Always will be. I sure hope so. We don't have any news today, so
Yeah.
I came up with something really fun for us to do instead.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Good, you should be.
Yeah, we filmed last episode 2 days ago, so there's no new news.
Yeah.
Everything's the same as it was Sunday when we recorded, so we got nothing for you guys, sorry.
Yeah. But this will be fun.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited.
You can play along. The audience can play along.
Yeah, tell us your scores in the comments.
Yes, please.
Engagement farming.
Okay, we're gonna play a game.
All right.
You're gonna guess the horror movie from the iconic Scream
I knew
featured
it.
in that movie.
I knew it.
We were testing this ahead of time, and I told her if it's too loud, she's gonna have a bad time. So that's probably
Yeah, I figured.
yeah.
I thought my guess was gonna be guess the final girl's scream, but it's similar, I feel like. So
Yeah.
I'm actually nervous. I don't know how well I'm gonna do with this.
I feel like they're pretty. I left
Pretty
enough.
iconic?
It's not like
Just the scream.
it's not just a Scream. Like you can kind of hear the background stuff too.
Sex, okay.
And I feel like they're all pretty iconic, except maybe I think you'll have a hard time with two of them.
That's making it worse if I get them wrong. You're like, no, they're so easy. Anyone can do this.
Easy. Yeah. Okay, let's try this.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes Scream number 1.
Okay. You're not gonna believe this. It was too quiet.
You're joking. Oh my God.
I know it was really long, but it kept like going.
Shoot. Well, the good news is that actually that was Scream number 2.
Oh, great. Okay.
So we fucked up anyway.
Yeah.
What if I just do it here? Okay, ready?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, here it comes.
Was that the whole thing?
That was the whole thing.
Oh, that sounded way shorter this time.
Yeah, because I did number 1 this time.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Was that Halloween?
It is Halloween.
Okay.
Jamie
Nailed
Lee
it.
Curtis.
Yes.
See, this is easy. This is easy.
Oh, that
Okay,
is better
this-
though.
This is the one that you heard.
Okay, yeah, the
Well,
like 30
didn't hear.
second scream.
Yeah, well, it's not 30 seconds, it's 12 seconds. But I gave you a little extra time on this one because it's
Oh, it's a hard one.
kind of a hard one.
Oh no, okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes. That was so much screaming.
Yeah. I
And
tried to give you a little background noise
like
too.
yeah, it was like banging or like lightning or
Mm-hmm. Lightning.
lightning. Okay. That could be helpful here. It sounded older.
It's
no?
not that old.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
It's older, but
older.
it's not that old.
But not that old. I have no idea.
I'll give you another hint. It's a
Okay.
mother screaming.
A mother.
Yeah, she has found her dead daughter.
My god, it's Scream.
It's Scream.
Oh
I didn't want to do Drew Barrymore because that would have been too obvious.
no! Yeah, I would have gotten that one.
Yeah, you would have got
There's lightning in that scene?
Yeah.
That like threw me off because I don't
Sorry.
remember. No, it's not your fault. I just don't remember that being there. But yeah, that does make sense because it kind of sounds like the like opening too, when it's like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
Damn, that's regrettable.
A little bit. Okay, next one. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is visually one of the most iconic screams ever.
Oh, X.
X.
Okay. Yeah, that's Jenna Ortega.
Yes. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Number 4.
Really?
Just started with that one.
That's psycho.
It is very much psycho.
Yeah, that one feels like a number 1 starter.
Yeah. I mean, if I done them in order of
Easy to
easy
hard.
to hard,
Yeah,
that would
have been number 1.
Yeah. Okay, I think you'll get this one pretty easy.
Don't say that. You're putting more pressure on me.
No, it's pretty recognizable. Okay, ready?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's Midsummer. It started off really, really quiet, so I couldn't hear it, and I was like...
Weird.
I know, the volume... We're having issues with the volumes, but it's okay. Yeah, that's the wailing scene from Midsummer.
It is the wailing scene. WAILING.
Not
Unfortunately.
WHAO.
Okay, next one. Very iconic.
There's so much happening.
Think about what else you're hearing besides the scream.
It sounds like things are being thrown.
Things are being chopped with an axe.
Oh my god, it's The Shining.
It's The Shining.
Yeah.
Shelley Duvall.
Shelley Duvall. Icon.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Yeah.
She died not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up, I had some men, too.
Ew.
Not just women.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah, but it's fun. Okay.
I like it.
Here we go. It just keeps going.
That's so long.
That wasn't even the whole scream either.
Why? I don't know.
You
It
don't
sounded like
know?
he was falling. Is this a victim or is this a killer?
He's the victim, but he's doing the killing.
Oh.
He's hunting something.
Oh. Oh my god, is it from Predator?
Yeah.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's Arnold. Yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's all coming together now.
Yes. Yeah, that was not the whole scream either. I didn't put any of the like reverberation, none of that.
I liked that one.
Good. Okay, last one.
Oh god, okay.
This one's my favorite.
Oh no. It's Tusk.
It's Tusk.
I hate that I got that one the fastest.
You did.
First whale. That's fucking Justin Long and Tusk.
Yeah. I was gonna leave it when he's like, walruses don't cry or whatever. But that was way too obvious.
Yeah, no. It was perfect as is.
Oh, God, that's so funny. Well, good job. You didn't do terrible.
I didn't. It was harder than I thought it was gonna be though. That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of horror movies out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of screams.
So many screams.
Yeah, I like that though. That was fun. Thank you for putting that together.
Oh my god, you're so welcome. Well, should we talk about what we're here to talk about?
No, let's just end it there, right? No.
I mean, that was fun. I'm satisfied.
Just kidding. Yes, we're here to talk about American Mary.
American Mary is a 2012 Canadian body horror about a medical student named Mary who, desperate for a paycheck, begins taking patients for intense body modification surgeries and finds herself teetering between villain and victim. It was directed by twins Jen and Sylvia Soska and stars Katherine Isabelle as Mary. We know Katherine from Ginger Snaps. It has a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb, a 46% on Metacritic, and a 62% critics and 53% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
American Mary.
American Mary, the most American of all of the Marys. It wasn't originally going to be called that. They were going to call it Bloody Mary, which makes sense. It's referenced in the film. But they wanted to kind of avoid people associating it with Bloody Mary and then have it not be about that, and also other movies that had already come out called Bloody Mary. So they went with American Mary.
Which has nothing to do with the plot at all.
See, I kind of disagree.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like very core American to have to go to extreme routes to make money because you can't afford to live in this country. So
Okay.
I find it very American.
That's absolutely fair. I didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah, I guess that's where my mind went when I watched it, especially like on the rewatch because it's been a long time since I've actually seen this movie. So yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. But
That makes sense.
I get that America's not like a core theme in it, but struggling financially is very American in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's so true. And it's set in Seattle again. This is our third Seattle movie in a month.
Is it really?
Yeah, Fresh, Long Legs, and this.
Okay, well those were both last month, so
Well, within a month.
That's true. In my defense though, I didn't know. No, Fresh was Portland. It was Oregon.
Oh, okay. Well, Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. And I didn't know that Long Legs took place there, so I shan't be responsible for this.
Okay. But yeah, lots of spooky things happening in the PNW.
Yeah, shit gets weird up there.
Good. I like that.
Good.
That's Portland's whole thing. Stay weird.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's what they say.
And they do.
Yeah. Boy, do they.
They do stay weird. But yeah, this was written. The main role was written with Katherine Isabelle in mind for the lead, because they already knew each other. They were extras on what was the movie? I have it written down. Josie and the Pussycats, 2001. Fun fact, I had that movie on VHS and I wore it out. I loved that movie so fucking much.
Oh my god, iconic.
Yeah. I was a big fan of that movie for some reason.
I still haven't seen it.
Wait, really?
I thought it was a band, Josie and the Pussycats.
Well, it is. So Josie and the Pussycats is from the Archie comics, and they were the band in that. But then they made a movie about them. I think they had their own comic series as well. But they were in that universe, and then they made the movie to bring it to life. And it's so early 2000s.
Oh god.
It's incredible.
Okay.
Parker Posey's in it, being very Parker Posey.
Good. Parker Posey's under some fire right now.
That's true. I came back from vacation to see. Everybody hates Blake and Ryan now. Parker Posey's getting thrown in there. A lot of drama.
It was about time for that reckoning. It was only a matter of time.
I thought you liked them.
I do, but now, I mean, I did. So did everybody else.
Oh, how the turntables.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate.
Anyway, okay, I'll add that to my list.
Yeah, let's watch it together and hold hands.
Okay.
That's like a sleepover type of movie.
Yeah. Oh, we're having a sleepover soon.
We are.
20 days.
We'll make everybody else sleep on the mattresses out in the living room, and then we'll hold hands in my room and watch Josie.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck all you guys.
No, I'm just kidding. I can just picture them now, like, knocking, like, can we come
in? Yeah, I love that Katherine Isabelle is very committed to the bit. She full on went to medical school to prep for this role. Like,
Yep.
learned how to suture turkeys together. She was very committed.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, me too. For a movie that wasn't even going to be released in theaters.
Yeah, she's just like, hey, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's definitely like the best part of this movie, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Not like I'm not like shitting on the movie. I'm just saying like she's fantastic in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of her though.
Yeah, I like her and I like Lance. I
Yeah.
love Lance.
I
Which
love Lance.
the actor who plays him, I forget his name. That's very rude of me.
Twan Holiday.
Yes, Twan Holiday is a singer in a metal band, like a screamo band. He was a professional wrestler in Canada.
Mm.
Does a bunch of acting. He's like all over the place. He's like
Yeah.
Canadian The Rock.
He's just doing it.
Yeah.
Canadian The Rock. I love that.
and I really loved his character in this. One of my favorite characters in horror, I think. I really loved him.
I love that.
Yeah.
Titties and shrimp, baby.
Titties and shrimp. Best line in the movie. Hands down. Titties and shrimp.
That is my favorite line in this movie, and I would like a t-shirt that says titties and shrimp.
Yeah. Honestly?
Someone who makes t-shirts out there, get on it, because you have 2 customers.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, this movie definitely has like a cult following, so I feel like you can make a pretty penny off of that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we will. Maybe that'll be our first merch.
Titties and shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Done.
Absolutely.
Done and done.
You mentioned that we know Katherine Isabelle from Ginger Snaps, which we do. And we'll also see her many more times throughout this, I'm sure. She's been in a lot of horror movies, so definitely a Scream queen.
And she's
not
in Hannibal.
The last. She is, yeah.
I haven't seen her yet because I've only seen the first season, but
yep, she is in the show Hannibal, not the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was actually asked about being in this movie and playing basically like feminist characters in horror, and they asked her about Ginger too, and she said, yeah, I'm really blessed to like have been given those 2 roles. She said when she was making Ginger Snaps, she was only 17 and she didn't really know like what she was doing, but she likes to think that if Ginger didn't become a werewolf, that she would have become into a Mary type of character.
I love that.
She's like, maybe that would have been what happened to her.
Yeah.
I like that.
Super cute.
Yeah.
I mean, we know what happens to her after Ginger Snaps. There's like 3 more movies.
Well, yeah. But I think one's a sequel, one's a prequel, so it's not. Yeah. But also, she's a werewolf, so I think she meant more like if she didn't become a werewolf.
Okay.
Yeah. But funny enough, Sylvia Soska then said that her and Jen were called the Fitzgerald twins or sisters when they were younger because they were like into like weird dark stuff.
Oh.
And that's from Ginger Snaps, the Fitzgerald sisters. So that's fun.
No hate at all to Jen and Sylvia. I think they should stay behind the camera. They did a good job. Well, no.
Oh, they didn't.
Well, I was gonna say they did a good job behind the camera, but that's a stretch. I like them. I think they're adorable, and I loved watching interviews about them.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems to be their MO to put themselves in their movies.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was necessary.
Yeah. I think a lot of the times director cameos are really necessary.
Yeah.
Because a lot of directors aren't that good of actors.
Correct.
Respectfully, they are not great actors. Also, respectfully, the acting in this film overall is very uneven. There are some great performances, and there's a lot of not great performances. And that's something I've come to accept.
You know, something that really struck me is the voice acting.
Oh.
Like, whenever somebody's on the phone or on the, like, call box.
Yeah.
Those were all terrible.
Yeah.
Sounded awful. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was very strange.
Yeah, it's not the best acting I've ever seen in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Which again is kind of why Katherine Isabelle stands out so much, because I think she does a great job.
She does, yes. She's incredible.
Yeah.
The entire movie was shot in 15 days. I love that.
Not a lot of days.
No. And honestly, not that surprising.
It doesn't not look like it was shot in 15 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, you know what? We can just say right here, right now, this is not the most well-made film ever. But that's not why people love it. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of matters, but like not in the grand scheme of things. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people love this movie like despite its flaws. Or maybe in spite of its flaws. Like I think sometimes like the flaws of a movie can make it a little bit more fun. Like, I'll say, like Saw, when they're shaking that car and pretending there's a chase scene, I fucking love that scene. That's so funny to me. Like that adds to the charm. So I get it.
Yeah, that's Thanksgiving for me. All of Thanksgiving is a fucking train wreck, but that's what makes it amazing. It's a perfect film.
Yeah. Or like The Room.
I still haven't seen The Room.
Oh my God, Katie.
I know, we need to.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa. See, you'd get that if you'd seen it.
But I haven't.
Oh my God, it's so fucking bad. It's so good. But yes, there's an art to making bad movies.
Totally. Give the practical effects fact so I can segue into my next thing.
Oh, I love how you knew that I had that.
Yeah. Well, and you like talking about it.
Yeah. I just really love practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
All of the special effects in this movie were done practically. There is no CGI, no like post visual effects done at all. And I thought like overall it looked pretty good for doing that.
Yeah. The only place I didn't like it
Mm-hmm.
was the seams of moulage.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
They did not blend.
Not always, no.
No. Like the boobs in the first surgery, the doll surgery.
Oh, I was like on the bottom?
Yeah, where like the breast is attaching to the rib cage.
So I was taking those as scars from previous surgeries.
Okay, well, I didn't like that at all.
Because they were like pronounced almost.
Okay.
So that's how I saw that, because they were on her rib cage. Like I was assuming she took out a rib to make her waist smaller and that she had a breast enhancement.
Okay.
So that's how I took those parts.
That is probably correct, but it still looked like glue.
Fair.
It's still not passing as scars. Yeah, I wasn't, and then where the like hooked skin
I was waiting for you to say that, because that's where I noticed it the most.
Yeah.
Was in his back, you could tell where the like patches were that were fake.
Yeah. Which,
but I'm willing to forgive it.
Oh, okay, good.
I just really like practical effects. I'd rather see that than see like bad CGI.
Yeah, no, totally. And I don't know that some of the stuff could have been done with CGI as effectively, but
no, I think it always looks better when it's practical and then enhancing a little bit with in post.
Yeah,
that's
just
fine
like
with me.
Smooth it out a little.
Yeah, just do a little bit of enhancements.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah. But they did this movie on like a shoestring budget, so
yeah, I'll forgive it for that, because they didn't really have a lot to work with there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dr. Grant.
Yes.
His name is Alan. Alan Grant.
Yes.
Dr. Alan Grant.
Okay.
Know of any other Dr. Alan Grants?
Should I?
Yeah.
I'm not Googling it right now.
You're Googling it. It's the main character from Jurassic Park.
I'm not.
Literally, the main character from Jurassic Park.
Is that really his name?
Yes.
That's actually really funny. Do you think they just hate Sam Neill?
Yeah, what the hell? What did he ever do to anybody?
I didn't even realize that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I didn't know. I don't think I ever heard his name being Alan in the movie. Maybe I just missed it, but
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't remember.
his first name is Alan, and he's a doctor, so Dr. Alan Grant.
Yeah. I feel like maybe they mentioned it like one-off or something.
They must have.
Interesting.
Yeah, very original.
Either they really like Jurassic Park or they really hated it.
Or worse, maybe it was a complete accident.
Yeah, maybe they're like me and they're just like, yeah, Alan Grant sounds like a great name.
Yeah.
They don't even realize.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy sucked.
Hated him.
Yeah, he was the worst, for sure.
He deserved to be Patrick starred. Sorry, Patrick.
Yeah, that's an insult to Patrick Star.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, we could talk about that a little bit. Because I think there's like a genre of horror that revolves around SA and then the revenge that women get for that.
Mhm.
And I don't mind the genre. I need the revenge to be greater than what they go through, right? I won't name any names, but when you have a 20-minute essay scene, that's no.
Yeah.
That's not for me. And there is a movie that does that. So like that to me is just excessive and it's unneeded. And then I feel like the revenge never is as gratifying. So I always need that to be worse and typically longer than whatever we see. So I appreciated in this film that I do feel like it was a righteous revenge.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody felt bad for that guy. And he goes through hell for like half the movie, so I'll take it. And then also the sisters kind of talked about filming that scene because they were very careful. They didn't want it to be shown in a way that's like gratifying for men. I guess they were told, I don't know if it was like producers or someone, but they said that they were told that they needed to show Katherine Isabelle's breasts at one point during the scene. And they were like, absolutely not. No,
Yeah.
We're not doing that. So I really appreciate them for doing that as well. Because A, they didn't want it to be seen through a lens that's like sexualized or like hot, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is gross. And also they didn't want people to talk about that scene because she was naked in it, you know?
Mhm.
So I can appreciate that.
Definitely. I still felt like that scene was a little gratuitous.
Yeah, it was a little too long, personally.
Yeah.
And they kind of spoke on that too, which I can also understand. They had said when you're going through that in real life, you don't get to cut to black. And that's why they wanted to like focus on her and her face throughout it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's hard to watch for sure.
Yeah. I would have preferred, it was kind of cut funny with her going into his office and throwing all of his shit on the floor.
Mm.
I would have preferred 60 seconds less of the actual essay scene and 60 seconds more of her destroying his office.
Yeah,
That would
that's
have been
fair.
more enjoyable, but I guess to their point, it's not supposed to be an enjoyable scene.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My favorite fun fact,
Mhm.
total topic change.
That's
is
okay. We need a lighter note.
Yeah. The Ave Maria,
Oh, yeah.
which translates to Hail Mary, which is cute. They play it 3 different times during the movie, and it's 3 different versions.
Mm.
When they play it in the beginning, it's a very amateur skill level recording. That's, while Mary is learning and she's, searching her turkey or whatever. And then the other 2 times they play it, it's increasing in difficulty until obviously the last time they play it is a very professional recording during Mary kind of dying.
Yeah. Rip.
Yeah, and spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well, if you made it this far. Yeah, I like that. I appreciate when they use music in a storytelling type of way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to know one of my fun facts?
Yes.
One of my favorite ones.
Mm-hmm.
So the Soska sisters were asked if they felt that they made a feminist film.
Mm-hmm.
This interview was in 2013, by the way. just to give you a timing of what things were relevant back then.
Okay. What things were relevant in
And
2013?
you're about to find out. And
Okay.
they said yes, and that they were saddened to see that people were talking about the Twilight series as if it was a feminist story. And I thought that was funny because, you know, you love Twilight.
I do.
And then
I
it
don't
kind
think
of
it's a feminist story, though.
no,
to be
I
clear.
would hope not. But then they said, direct quote, the writer of Twilight said that she was a big fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which just blew my mind because this is a very self-assertive woman who's in charge of her own destiny with some guys in the background. And I thought that was a funny quote because you love Twilight and I love Buffy.
Yeah. And so true.
Yeah. Which is crazy because Joss Whedon sucks.
Hate that guy.
Yeah, he's the worst. It's still mind-boggling to me that he wrote Buffy. But then it all kind of makes sense. You'll understand this once you watch Buffy. But
Okay.
like, if you've seen Buffy and you know that Joss Whedon sucks, you understand it once you realize that he wrote himself as like his self-insert character was Xander. And then it all comes together and you realize, oh, that makes sense.
Good to know going into it.
Yeah.
As soon as I watch it, I will definitely remember that you said that.
No, you won't.
The other thing, or the other movie that they compared American Mary to, Jen and
Mhm.
Sylvia Soska, pretty recently, in the last couple of years, they said American Mary is basically horror Legally Blonde. They said it. It's true.
I believe that they believe that.
Well, no, I mean, think about it. She's a pretty face. She's in a male-dominated field.
Mm-hmm.
She's, ridiculed, but not ridiculed, essayed for her, going
They
to school.
are both sexually harassed by a teacher. That is true.
Is she? In Legally Blonde?
Yeah, when he like puts his hand on her thigh and he's like,
right.
you could. Yeah, and then it causes
right.
a tiff between her and Selma Blair's character.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm going to say that I don't agree.
Okay.
Elle Woods is always the hero. I think Mary teeters.
Fair. That's so fair. True.
She's a little morally gray at times.
Yeah.
And at her core of cores, Elle Woods is a girl's girl. And I would say that about Mary, but they ruined it with one scene. And it's my least favorite scene in the whole movie. And it's when she attacks the girl in the bathroom.
Yeah, the jealousy scene.
Yeah, because it makes no sense at all.
Yeah, no, I didn't get that at all.
Like, it's so close to being like such a girly pop horror film, and then they kind of like ruin it with that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's a very like, I do agree that it is a feminist horror, but maybe that's just because it's aged a little bit. It's, over 10 years old now, but
yeah,
that scene, I'm just like, she showed no interest in Billy the whole time. It was like always like Billy had a thing for her, but she never really reciprocated it at all. And then all of a sudden she comes in, sees him getting a blowjob by this girl, and gets so jealous that she attacks the girl in the bathroom.
Yeah. And then
No.
Did she kill Billy?
No, that was a dream he had. Basically. Yeah, like not a vision, but like a kind of like a daydream I saw it as.
That he had?
Yes. I think it was to show that he was like both very attracted to her, but also scared of her.
Scared of her, yeah. Which is why then she asked.
Yes.
People say you're scared of me.
Yes. But that scene after that, where they're in the bar together and he's like, let's go to California. Like, let's drive down together. That was real. So that happened after that.
That wasn't super clear to me.
Yeah. But that's also why I'm like, I kind of wish that had been the moment that she kind of put the fear of God in Billy and made him realize he was treating all the women at the club like shit.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been a better moment, I think. Instead of attacking the girl, attack him. That would have been my vision.
I agree.
Yeah.
That would have made much more sense.
Yeah, I feel like it just would have fit the character better and fit the themes better. And personally, I would have liked it better, I guess.
Yeah. And also, like, what did the girl have to be scared of? Like, she wouldn't have known necessarily that Mary was who she was. And she had the opportunity to go out the door. The door was right next to the stall that she went into.
I think the idea was that she's new, right? So she doesn't really know. She's not really scared of Mary. And that's
Mhm.
why the two other girls immediately leave and she doesn't. And then I think it was just Mary's demeanor and then her like opening her tools, and that's what like got her freaked out.
Yeah. Just some of it was just cut really weird. Some of the scenes were just not, they didn't make sense. It was really
The
hard
editing's
to watch.
not great.
Yeah. And I don't mean hard to watch like Beau was Afraid's hard to watch. Like, or,
Yeah.
you know, like Hereditary is hard to watch. There's some scenes that are hard to watch. I mean, like, it's physically hard to watch.
Yeah.
There's a scene where just a super weird cut. It's literally like a 2-second scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's between when she like cleans off the desk, which was also a really short scene. It's just like a quick, you want to make $5,000, and then cuts away.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah.
It's literally like a second and a half,
Yeah.
and that happened like 2 or 3 times throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, the editing was not, it didn't do it for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think overall, the editing and the plot are just like a little messy.
Yeah.
It's not super tight.
Yeah, which is a bummer because the concept is good. It's
Yeah.
not quite torture porn. It could have been. It was getting pretty close.
Yep.
So I think that there was a good balance there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the editing and the plot just didn't do it justice.
Yeah. I feel like the plot-wise, the first half is a lot stronger than the second half.
Oh yeah.
Kind of just felt like it wasn't really sure where it was supposed to go, and then it just ended, and you were like, oh, that's it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would think rule number 1 of trying to sell a horror movie or any movie would be to leave it open for a sequel. Because movies nowadays, they want to, I mean, I guess this was 10 years ago, but
yeah,
they want to be able to capitalize on the IP as much as possible.
Yeah, I don't know if I like love that though.
Well, no. But if you're desperate to sell a movie.
Yeah. I don't know how desperate they were though. I think they were more desperate to sell their first movie, the like Dead Hooker in a Trunk or something like that.
Death of a Hooker, yeah. Hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dead Hooker in a Trunk.
Was that not what it's called?
I think that's what it's called.
I think that's what it's called. Dead Hooker in a Trunk, 2009. Yeah, so like I think that was more of their like, let's get something sold.
Yeah.
And this was their more like, let's like do what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They said they wrote this too while they were trying to sell Dead Hooker in a Trunk. Jesus. But they said it was kind of based, like they paralleled it with their own lives and like dealing with really shady people in the movie industry. And I think Sylvia even said, I know a lot of working women come into contact with a few monsters, even working men. And it was nice to hang those monsters up in a storage locker. So it was kind of like their way of dealing with some of the people that they'd come across in the industry.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Quite the way to do it.
Yeah.
What other fun facts?
They had a lot of the clients that Mary talks to or works on are like actual members of the body modification community in real life.
Oh, interesting.
So that's pretty cool.
I think that translated on screen. I think you could tell that some of them were.
Yeah. I mean, like the guy with the horns and the split tongue, like I think that's just a guy who like did that.
Yeah, I can see the Craigslist ad.
Yeah.
Extras needed for body modification horror.
Yeah. The
Craigslist
backstage listing. I don't know.
Yeah, probably backstage.
Backstage. Yeah. That's how you get all the extras.
Tristan Risk and Paula Lindbergh, who played Beatrice and
Ruby Real Girl.
Yes, thank you. Real Girl. Ruby Real Girl. Their makeup took 2 hours, and prosthetics took 2 hours each to apply. I thought that Beatrice's looked really good. It looked really organic, but Real Girls did not. Sorry, Ruby.
Yeah, which I almost kind of like didn't mind because I think it fit the character. Like it
Okay.
almost looked like a mask on her. Like she could
Mhm.
barely move her mouth and stuff, but also like if you've had that much work done, maybe you can't really move that much.
Yeah.
And she was trying to look like a doll, so the fact that it looked a little synthetic, I don't know. I didn't mind that too much. They said that a lot of the times Mary is pictured with her black gloves, black apron, and then like a white dress shirt underneath. Like she's
Yeah.
depicted like that a lot in the film.
A
And that was
penguin.
supposed to visually be similar to the film Audition,
Mm.
which is often people say that it's like one of the first like torture porn movies, whatever.
Is it?
I personally think that the term torture porn kind of gets thrown out more often than it should be because torture porn is basically like it's just torture scenes. There's not really a plot. There's a plot to Audition.
Yeah. Okay.
People say that like Saw is torture porn. No, Saw has a plot. Maybe some of the later ones, but there is still a plot.
Yeah, and in the first one, there's not even that much torture.
Yeah, the first one is not. I'll die on that hill. The
Yeah,
first
no
Saw
way.
is not even close.
Yeah.
The later ones, I could see how people think it. There is still a plot, but it gets a little shoddy near the end. But I don't know. Like when I think torture porn, I think of the movie Hostel. Like that is torture porn to me. It's not really a plot. We'll get there eventually. But they actually, in the end credits of this, they say like thank you to Eli Roth who did Hostel. So
The fuck?
yeah. That didn't really age well either. There's a lot of stories about that guy. Although I haven't like confirmed any of it myself because apparently it's like in a book that he wrote and then also in like DVD commentary, which I haven't listened to. But a lot of people have said he's like used like homophobic slurs and then like doubled down on it.
Ew.
And then also said that he like hired pretty women just so that he could look at them and like filmed extra takes of sex scenes just so that he could like watch it even though he had it. I don't know. So that guy kind of seems like a creep to me. But
Yeah. And this movie was dedicated to him?
well, I think they said thank you. That was also like probably a good 5 years before I think that stuff came out. So I don't think that they knew. I'll give them that benefit.
Maybe it was facetious. Maybe he was one of the men
Yeah.
that they were
That
like,
they worked with.
yeah, that they were like hanging out to dry.
I
And so
don't
they gave him a
know.
little shout out like,
I kind of
better
doubt
watch
it.
it.
I kind of doubt it only because they both have like kind of like grindhouse backgrounds and like this movie I think people say it kind of borders on torture porn and his movie's kind of like Hostel I think was the first movie that people were like this is torture porn. Like this popularized the genre for sure. So I didn't see it as facetious.
Okay.
But it was also 10 years ago, so
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I don't know.
I've never actually seen a torture porn, so this is the closest I think we've got.
Okay. Some people say Martyrs is torture porn.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
But I don't think one terrible scene. Well, I guess the whole movie's
It was,
but there's
it
one
was like
really
half the
terrible
movie.
scene. Yeah, okay, you're right. You're right.
But again, I feel as though there's like a plot to that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even remember the plot. I remember the scenes though. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, should we rate it?
Let's do it.
All right. How scary did you think it was?
A 1 out of 5.
Yep.
Not a lot of like tension building. It's just it kind of lays everything out for you, you know?
Yes.
That's fine. Just not scary. You gave it a 1 as well?
I gave it a 1. Yeah, it wasn't scary, and I don't think it was meant to be scary. It was meant to make people uncomfortable.
Yeah. How sexy did you think it was?
Yeah. You see, I had a hard time with this one too. I had a hard time with, what did we just watch?
Cuckoo? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I had a really hard time with this one because there is a lot of sexy stuff happening.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk about all the things because I know you will. But there's also some really uncomfortable shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, much like Dr. Grant's tongue, I cut it down the middle. 2.5.
I like
it's,
that.
It's sexy, but
Yeah.
also not.
But also, it's not that sexy.
Nope.
Yeah. I think, like, I don't know why, but sometimes when I think about how sexy a movie is, I just think about the sexy parts. And I kind of, like, push all the other stuff back a little bit.
Yikes.
Which can be hard.
Yeah.
In this movie's case. I still gave it a 3.
Okay.
But I basically gave it, like, 2 full points, right? Usually we
Yeah.
do, like, half points and stuff. I gave,
Mhm.
like, 1 full point for Katherine Isabelle. Big fan. And then another full point for Katherine Isabelle covered in blood.
Yep.
So it was,
That's what I was doing.
that was my 2 full points, both for her, both not and covered in blood.
Yeah. See, I would have made it higher were it not for all the other stuff that I could not separate.
Yeah, so that's why it wasn't
From
higher
those
for me
things,
too,
yeah.
because you got Patrick Star in the next room. It kind of
Kills the vibe a little.
kills the vibe a little bit.
Well, how fucked up did you think it was?
I gave it a 2 because
That's
for all the
fucking crazy.
because for all the points that it's not sexy, it's fucked up. Together they make a 5.
That's fucking insane. A 2?
I don't know. It was like body modification, but like you'd only show me so much of that before I kind of just like get numb to it.
Okay. That's fucking crazy.
It was like a point for body modification and a point for like the very uncomfortable essay scene. And that's where I was like, okay. What did you give it?
I gave it a 4.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, it's easily the second most fucked up movie that we've watched. I don't remember what I
Okay.
rated Martyrs. That's the most fucked up.
Mhm.
If not tied with Martyrs.
Okay, yeah.
The gratuitous essay scene
Yeah.
definitely contributed to that. It was
Mhm.
way too long for me.
Yeah.
But again, I get that it wasn't supposed to make you feel comfortable. And then combined with all the slicing and dicing and like the idea of body modification does not bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing it happening
Yeah.
bothers me.
Okay.
And the Dr. Grant stuff,
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And it is as close to torture porn as I think we've seen. So, I put it at a 4.
That's fair.
Thank you, I know.
Yeah.
And correct compared to your fucking 2. That's insane. That's crazy.
I guess the like Dr. Grant stuff like didn't bother me because I wanted more.
Well, I mean, you don't feel bad. You don't have to feel bad for him for it to still be fucked up.
Fucked up. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Thank you. I told myself before we went into this, if she rates it under a 3, I'm gonna be pissed. So I'm pissed. A 2?
I don't know. I didn't think I voted with my heart.
Okay, well,
Uh
next time vote with your brain.
Jesus. You know what? I'm gonna take this time to reflect.
Thank you.
I'm gonna sleep on it, and
Yeah.
when we do next week's episode, I'll come back to it.
Yeah, corrections corner out the gate.
Corrections corner.
You know, in hindsight,
It was pretty fucked up.
I was so wrong. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh fuck.
You're allowed to give it a 2, but that's crazy. That's so crazy.
But like doesn't like it doesn't like stick with me like some movies have.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking of a 4 in my head right now, and I'm like to this day I think about that movie and I'm like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
This one I feel like I'll think about American Mary and I'm like, yeah, that was gory. Like I don't know. I do think about the Patrick Star a lot. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, I'll sleep on it.
Okay. Plus the essay scene, like in
Yeah, that was
addition
like a
to-
full yeah.
That's a full point by itself. Yeah,
That's
she's
true.
gonna think about it.
But I do like understand. I don't know. It's hard because I understand that that's like a release for some people of like being able to see the revenge for that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm kind of like, I get why it was included, even if it is super uncomfortable,
But for the people who want to see the revenge for that, do they even want to watch that scene?
I don't know. I think it depends on the person, honestly.
Yeah.
I can't speak to it,
Yeah.
I personally don't know, but I have like 30 friends I could ask.
Jesus. Yeah. Most women.
Yeah. Unfortunately. So yeah, I don't know. But it'll never make it not uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
For sure. Overall, what did you think of American Mary?
Well, it had a lot of potential.
Yep.
I don't think I'm going to say anything that I haven't already said.
Fair.
I just could not get past the shoddy editing. It was so bad. There were some really weird cuts. There was some terrible dialogue. Even worse acting. Terrible acting. But there was also some really great acting. Katherine Isabelle and the Canadian The Rock absolutely fucking carried this movie on their backs. They did the best with what they were given. There was also some super intense practical effects, and I love that it's all practical. And a couple really lovable characters. I did like Beatrice. I thought she was cute. I felt really bad that she got what happened to her. And I don't know. I don't think that we should be glorifying extreme body modification as much as maybe this movie kind of did. I absolutely understand body modification as an outlet, but the extreme was a little glorified. That bothered me a little. And then, like, the only other thought I had about it, and then I'll tell you what I rated it, was I would have preferred a lot more of Mary pouring blood all over herself. But I think that's the exact point that this movie was trying to make. Was that that's not what I should be getting out of this movie, is that Katherine Isabelle should be pouring blood all over herself more.
Yeah.
So, all that to say, I'm again going to split it right down the middle. I'm only going to give it a 2.5. But just, I would watch this again. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
There was just so much wrong with it. Critically, I cannot give it higher than a 2.5.
I can accept that. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. If Katherine Isabelle wasn't in it, and if I hated the movie, it would have been a 1. But I didn't. So I mean,
you know what's crazy is that every movie we've watched, if I hated it, it would also be a 1.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. Honestly, yeah. That is
if I hated this movie, it'd be a 1.
I mean, if I hated like the plot and like the concept but I liked all those things.
Yeah.
There's no in between. It's got to be a 2.5.
Yeah. Fair.
Thank you. What did you rate it?
This is a movie that I want to like more than I do. Because it seems like a very me movie, right? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, to your point, there's a lot wrong with it. There's editing, the plot itself is very messy, the acting is so uneven. And I literally just said last week, I'm a girl who likes a solid plot. And this is not a very solid plot, unfortunately. But again, there's aspects that I really love. I adore Katherine Isabelle. I think she never gets enough credit. She's fantastic. Underrated scream queen for sure. And I like the overall like vibe of it. I don't think there's a lot of movies that talk about body modification, and also Mary's kind of delve into madness is fun to watch, and it is a fun movie to watch. Love the practical effects. Yeah, I'm always stuck at like wanting to like it a little bit more than I do. I did give it a 3 because I think some of it makes it a little endearing. Like, I do kind of understand that. But like some of the bad acting and some of the bad editing, I'm kind of like, ah, American Mary, there she goes again. So I think a little bit of that adds to the charm, but I do wish that the second half was a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
That is where it kind of falls apart for me. So
yeah.
And it's not even that she dies at the end. Like, a lot of people don't like that she dies at the end.
Well,
That doesn't
me.
bother me. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of think that that's how it should end. Like,
Yeah.
she's really gone down a rabbit hole that I don't think she can crawl out of.
Mm-hmm.
But I also understand that people who like it for that kind of revenge aspect, like, don't want her to die, and that makes sense to me as well. But that part doesn't bother me. It's just like the messy ending, the unresolved plots, and just abruptly ending it with her getting stabbed by a random guy. Yeah, I would change that.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think that she dies having gotten her revenge without fully becoming the villain.
That's true.
So that's why I don't mind the end.
Yeah.
But
she is kind of saved from becoming but I also think she's almost on the brink of like redemption by the end.
Yeah.
Like, her last conversation with Billy kind of seems like she's like not super pleased that everyone's terrified of her and kind of wanting to change that. So
yeah. And taking the poison back from the cop.
Right. Not doing that. Planning on possibly just like leaving and starting over at like a fresh start somewhere. I think that that's all like could have been a beautiful ending, but I don't think a beautiful ending was what they were really going for here. So
I do think that this movie would be a really good candidate for a remake.
Yeah.
An American remake. Just, bring Katherine Isabelle back as somebody. Not Mary, maybe, but
I say bring it back as Mary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think it'd be a great remake candidate.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know.
Would you survive?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not dropping out of medical school. So I don't have time to do all these other surgeries,
Yeah.
I'm just doing medical school. So yeah, I live. And so do all the other people. How about you?
Yeah, I think I do. I think I would have done the first surgery, right? Where she's like down there.
That's the surgery that got her killed.
No. The first one. Not on Ruby. Like when she's there to become a dancer. And then he's like, do you want to make $5,000 tonight? I think I would have done that because like you're desperate for money. Like, okay, fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, yeah.
But I don't think I would have done the Ruby surgery. Once it delved into like making a job out of like underground surgeries, I don't think I would delve into that. So I think I'm okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We live to see another day.
Go us.
Yeah.
God. People wish.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to predict next week's movie?
Yeah.
It's one you picked.
Oh, good.
Jacob's Ladder.
Oh. Well, shit. Okay.
Also, when we were making the schedule, we had to add this one in because we changed a couple things. And you were like, oh, is there a remake? And I was like, no, there is a remake.
Oh.
I just forgot about it because it got terrible reviews, so I never saw it.
Should we watch both?
I'll leave it up to you if you want to watch both.
We should watch both.
Okay.
It's a classic, right? It's a classic. Is it a classic?
Yeah, I would say it's, well, I mean, it's not like classic. It was made in the 90s, so it's not like OG classic, but I do still think it has that kind of elevated prestige that people give it,
Okay.
If it has a remake, right, it's classic.
Yeah.
But I'd be down to watch the remake for the first time.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I have a feeling we'll probably talk about the original more, but
okay. Maybe it'll be so bad it'll give us some stuff to talk about.
That's true. What if we love it?
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. All right. Tell me about Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah, okay. Jacob's Ladder is about a child who, much like me, because I have one right here, a little fidget string.
Yes.
Plays with string. And he opens portals
Yep.
every time he makes a Jacob's ladder with the string.
Yes.
His name is Jacob. That's where the expression came from.
Jacob's ladder.
He's making, oh, look at the ladder I made with my fingers. Oh, Jacob,
Yeah.
you made a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's why we call it Jacob's ladder.
Yeah.
And it opens a portal that whoever he's playing with goes into.
Got it.
And usually it's like real quick, in and out kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Until one day, little girl on the playground goes missing.
Oh my god.
Yep.
No.
And they don't know it's Jacob that did it. Until later, when more kids start going missing.
Yeah.
And so they take Jacob and they put him in like one of those rooms with a bunch of toys and stuff. And they're like talking to him or whatever. He does the Jacob's ladder. And he kills his therapist. Or like disappears his therapist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Portals her.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the end of the movie.
Great.
Yeah. They find out that it was Jacob and his little portal ladder the whole time. And they say, no, Jacob, don't do that anymore. And then it's done.
And then it's done.
It's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Personally.
Yeah. There's a guy named Jacob.
An adult?
He's an adult. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
He's played by Tim Robbins.
The comedian?
No?
Who's
Tim Robbins? Shawshank Redemption?
I've never seen Shawshank Redemption. Which is crazy, I know. I know the soundtrack like you wouldn't believe. Hold on, let me look.
It's really hard being friends with you sometimes.
Okay. I'm looking. What's his name again?
The Shawshank Redemption is one of the best films ever made.
I know. Everybody says that.
Because it's true.
Okay, I know. What's his name? Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins.
Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of Tim Robinson from I Think You Should Leave Now.
Yes, I am.
Can you imagine? I didn't do shit. As he disappears as therapist.
This guy doesn't look familiar at all.
That's crazy.
Oh shit, he's in Top Gun. I love Top Gun.
He's in a lot. He's an Academy Award winning actor.
Well, of course he is if he's in the Shawshank Redemption.
He didn't win it for that.
Oh my god, he's in Howard the Duck. Green Lantern. The 2011 Green Lantern? Oh no.
Bro, fuck you.
He's in a lot of really terrible movies.
He's in Howard the Duck.
Oh my god, he's in Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
You kill me. You kill me, Katie.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking of that other guy.
Yep.
What the fuck?
What
that
the
guy.
fuck?
52 burgers, 52 fries.
The day he's in a horror movie, we're watching it. So.
Oh, yeah.
No, but anyways, he plays Jacob. Jacob is an adult man.
Okay.
And
is he in a psychiatric ward?
No.
Okay.
No. I think the only thing that I'm gonna tell you, no, because this might like.
Don't tell me anything.
Okay.
I'll be fine. It'll be great.
I believe in you.
Is it scary?
Depends on the person.
Will I think it's scary?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. So it's not.
I don't
fine.
think it's that scary. But it can be for some people.
Okay.
It's psychological.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Good. And the remake.
That less so. Just because
I bet that one has Tim Robinson.
usually if I don't I would lose my goddamn mind. Yeah, usually if I don't watch a remake, it's because people were like, wow, that was awful. So I just don't. But who knows? Maybe it'll be one of those ones that everybody hates, and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? This is the best movie ever made.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Us. Next Tuesday.
Next week.
Yep.
We're slowly becoming one person. All right, cool. Well, thank you for listening.
Thanks.
Let us know your scores on the game we played, because I'm actually curious. Yep. If you've made it this far, let us know how you did. And thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, please.
And we'll see you next week for Jacob's Ladder.
Yay. Bye.
Bye.